investment do you put into your overall health? When I say overall health, I'm referring to your emotional health, your physical health, your mental health, and what else is there? Your, I guess, mental and psychological is the same thing. Because sometimes we tend to focus on one and neglect the other, or we neglect all of them. Especially these days, I think especially because of the pandemic, this has kind of touched all aspects of our health, whether it be mental, emotional, psychological, physical. It seems to touch everything. A lot of times, maybe we're under high stress due to who knows, overworked, or the pandemic affecting our income in regards to things like work, paying off mortgages, being able to do things you can't do things because of being kind of stuck in a limbo situation. The pandemic itself causing high stress, which also affects your mental health, affects your physical health. I think we need to actually make a more conscious effort now. I think the current climate has caused us to make stronger focus on our overall health, make sure our emotional health is intact, because this can be very taxing, especially those people go to for problems. They're carrying their own problems, and then they have to carry others' problems. I know that a lot of you out there, you take on issues from other people, whether it be friends, relatives, your immediate family. Sometimes you all need to take a break away from things and maybe come back to them, and maybe also give pointers as to how you coped, because right now it seems that like everything is being touched as far as your health is concerned, and it's all kind of like a domino effect. You can't go to the gym, you can't release your stress, you're kind of stuck. You gotta find another way to relieve stress. It may be cold where you are, and then you can't go outside as much as you would like to exercise and relieve stress. Maybe your gym is limited. Maybe as well as your job and your family, there's a whole slew of problems that your family is bringing you, your job is bringing you, and your outlets are limited. Due to the current climate we're in, it exacerbates your problems. All these are intertwined. I think that it's important that maybe you sit down with a professional or even with yourself and write out a plan of like how can you cope. Even when it comes to diet, like make a conscious effort. Just take your time and kind of find your way. I'm sure you will have to tweak how you approach improving your health mentally, physically, emotionally. Maybe get a good counselor or take advantage of free counseling services available. Take advantage of any of the religious institutions close by. Take advantage of the counseling, the prayer available, or just the listening ears, or maybe people who have expertise in volunteering in this area. Or if you already do, maybe you can utilize the services yourself as someone who provides a service, because right now I think it's pertinent that we all take accountability of our own health, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. We have to look at it all. We can't just focus on one and neglect the other, because you can't really function, and you're no good to people you're trying to help if you're not all there, or at least running 95% on all your cylinders. You need to take a step back sometimes and evaluate yourself. Sometimes we don't know that we're running because we're trying to get our minds off our own problems, and we're focusing on others, while ours is building up. Our issues might be building up like plaque, or building up like some type of infection that we're not paying attention to. And because it's not physical always, it seems as if we pay less attention. Sometimes we need to question why we're doing some things. Why are we feeling this way? Try to analyze ourselves and see what's going on. This will provide answers for other people, right? people who you feel comfortable sharing with. But we all need to take time and make time to make sure you kind of have a balance, and a healthy balance, and to make sure that you have a clear, stressless mindset. Because right now it seems that a lot of people are having a build-up and they're ignoring it, and some of them don't have an outlet because everybody's kind of burnt out, or so many people are burnt out. So maybe you can all pool your resources as friends, acquaintances, and make people feel comfortable to share. Maybe that's a type of therapy as well, listening to other people and not so much looking for a solution, but maybe you're sharing empathy, they sharing empathy. That might relieve some pressure. There's all kind of innovative ways to relieve pressure. Again, take advantage of advice available online, free services locally, and try your best to take care of yourself in all of these three aspects, or four. And feel free to share your thoughts on this in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you so much for listening.